Welcome back to Inspire Hope, everyone. I do apologize. I haven't had a chance to make a video in a long time, but I have a great feeling that this is going to be an awesome video, so thanks for coming back. So today, what I want to talk about is what it was like to be an M1, what it was like to be a medical student for the first time, and what happened, and my feelings and God's presence throughout my entire first year of medical school. So I want to start off by saying that there's no way that you can ever be prepared for medical school. So if you're planning on studying before you start medical school, like I would literally just drop your books and just go enjoy life, enjoy your family, enjoy some good food, like just go do whatever makes you happy, whatever makes you you. Because when you're in medical school, you have to prioritize and you don't have time to do all the things that you love. And sometimes you don't feel human because you're always constantly studying. And so I want to talk a little bit about that because I think that a lot of my classmates and myself struggled with trying to balance your personal life and doing things for yourself and then studying because you want to study all the time. And when you go out, when you go to the mall, when you go to the movies or you go out and party, you feel guilty. You feel guilty because you think that you have to constantly be studying all the time. So even when you're trying to enjoy yourself, you're still thinking like, oh, I really should be studying those last 4 lectures. I really should be doing these lectures. And it's kind of annoying, but it's so hard to get rid of. And so I just really encourage anybody who will be starting medical school to just try to relax a little bit, take breaks while you're studying because it's not easy. And I think that when you're relaxed and you're studying, you're at a better advantage because you're able to study more effectively rather than just going like 10 to 12 hours with no break. That's just crazy and you're just going to make yourself miserable. So don't do that. Speaking from experience, there were days where I could just study like 10 hours straight. Sometimes I would forget to eat and just little things like that that are okay in the beginning, but after another block, you start to get a little tired and then you get stressed out. And so I don't recommend you do that. My last block, which was neuro, I started to do a lot more things for myself. I started to go to the gym a lot more often. I was going every other day, whereas in the past I would go to the gym when I was super stressed and I would only go I would just rarely go, and it just wasn't good for me because I wasn't feeling healthy, and I would stop going as soon as we got closer to the exams, and then I was just even more stressed out, so it makes no sense. So what I did the last block was I made sure I would put an alarm on my phone, like go to the gym, just stop studying, go to the gym, clear your mind, and then go back and study, and it just makes it easier for you. I also was praying a lot more. I was spending a lot more time with my friends. I was just enjoying the journey a lot more because I was taking care of myself. And it sounds so silly, but you have to remind yourself that you have to take care of yourself or you can't function. If you don't get enough sleep, if you're not eating properly, it's going to catch up to you. And so my biggest advice is to please just take care of yourself and remember that you're human. I remember that after every block we would go out and party and go and just feel human. And I would just be like, why couldn't I just feel like this the entire block? And it's hard. It really is because the amount of studying that you do is insane. And so it's hard to feel human sometimes, but just, remind yourself you have to take care of yourself. Do what makes you happy, even if you only do it for a little bit every day or every other day. The other big thing for me was that I realized that I wasn't trusting God 100% because I was having problems falling asleep. I was anxious a lot of the times because I was worried about the exam. I was worried about all these different things that as a medical student, it's very easy to do. And I realized that a lot of my classmates are anxious. It's kind of like this normal thing because of how stressed you are. And I found this prayer that I'll post on the bottom of this video, and it's in Spanish, so I'll translate it in English, but the video is basically talking about anxiety and how to cope with it by praying and asking for God's help. And I started to do that. I started to pray at night, and I would go to sleep like a baby because I just told myself I have to give my anxiety, I have to give my stress to God because He's the only one who can help take care of that for me. And if I can trust that He will do that for me, then I shouldn't be stressed and I shouldn't be anxious and I should be able to fall asleep. And I I have so many friends in the past who have told me to just pray and pray and that I would fall asleep, praying the rosary. Well, I never really tried that because I never really believed it would help. And I would pray for like 2 minutes and I wouldn't fall asleep, so then I would just give up. But this time, I truly prayed. The first time I saw this prayer, I prayed to the point where like I had tears running down my face because I literally felt like God was there with me and He was telling me that I was going to be okay, that I should just let go of my stress and my anxiety, and that everything was going to be fine. And guess what? I'm an M2, and it's all because of Him. It's because He brought me here, and He kept reminding me along this journey, every other friend who told me, Jess, you're going to be fine, all these texts of encouragement, my family telling me that they're so proud of me, that I can do this, that I'm going to become a great physician and the first physician in my family. All those little reminders, they were, God's way of saying that I was going to be okay, that He brought me here for a reason, and that I shouldn't be doubting myself, and self-doubt is a huge problem. And I think that self-doubt is what causes anxiety, especially when you're, a medical student like myself, and there's so much that you have to know, and you start to question everything. But if you just remind yourself that, God has your back, it's just amazing the things that can happen. And, I've been able to sleep fine, and I'm just so grateful that, I passed my first year. I was successful every single block, and it's just a reminder, another reminder, like, hey, Jess, God is telling you that you can do this and that you have everything you need to be successful, so why stress? And so I really hope that this video inspires you all to, try to have more of a relationship with God. Ask Him for what you need, thank Him for what you have, and pray for everybody around you, not just those that you know, but people who are suffering, everybody in the world who's going through hard times right now. Pray for them as well. And, just I encourage you all to try to feel God's presence in your life. I'm currently in Johannesburg. I'm going to be doing HIV research here. And again, that's an opportunity that God gave to me, and I'm super excited. And on my plane ride here, I actually sat next to a family physician. And, I was sharing all these stories with her and telling her about what it was like basically going to college and now medical school without my parents ever even finishing elementary school. And she was she was just inspired, and she told me that she was very happy that she got the opportunity to talk to me and see my passion about being a role model in the Hispanic community. And then, after this 15-hour flight, at the end, she gave me her business card, and she said that, she was just so happy to have met me on our way to South Africa. And then she said that my medical school was super, super lucky to have me. And I was just so happy. I was like smiling super hard because I was just like, this lady doesn't even know me. And here she is, another reminder, of God's presence saying, come on, Jessica, like even strangers believe in you. So believe in yourself and know that you're on the right path and that you're going to be a great physician. And those are things that you all have to do. Remind yourself that you all have great potential, that you can all do anything that you set your mind to, and that I believe in you and you need to believe in yourself, and just give your worries to Jesus. So I hope this inspires you to go and pray and to let go of your stress. And thanks for watching Inspire Hope. See you guys.